y'all, we cannot stop sinning, but we can stop going back to sin. You know, and there's a difference between saying that we're without sin, and there's a difference when saying that we can stop sinning, because we cannot stop sinning. That's our sinful habit, but we can kill our desire for sin. Some of these false preachers and some of these false prophets, lots of them, are saying that we can stop sinning, like completely stop it. Just stop, stop doing that thing that's spitting in God's face. Well, we're going to continue to do it though, until we actually stop and kill that sin though. Like, we're going to continue to sin, but we can actually kill our desire for sin. And to kill our desire for sin, we have to increase our love for God over that sin. And we have to actually, stop going back to that same sin and actually give it up to God, right? Because we're not going to stop sinning. We're going to keep on sinning, but we won't go back to that same sin. That we need to actually have discipline to actually build from going back to that same sin, right? Because without discipline, we're going to keep going back to that same sin. But, we're still going to fall short in these times, but we're not going to go back consistently, right? Wanting to go back to the same thing over and over and over again, right? Because that's what we do. That's our sinful habit. But some of these false preachers are saying we're going to stop sinning. Just stop, actually, like, just spitting in God's face, like I just said before. But that's a lie from the enemy right there. That's a lie. That's a lie, because we're going to sin every day. We sin every day, but we won't go back to that same sin. We won't have the desire to go back to that sin when we increase our love for God over our love for sin. So, y'all, keep yourself spiritually aware. Keep yourself spiritually discerned.